Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. In this video, we're going to continue the sample series. And in this video specifically, we're going to cover iZotope RX products. Now, for the longest time, I didn't understand what this was used for. But what it does is it restores samples. And not only restores samples, you can also isolate different instruments. It's pretty much insane. You can create acapellas where there are no acapella tracks. Like you could take a full record and just take out the vocal, or vice versa. Take a full record, take out the drums, for example, and isolate stuff. So let's show you real time how to use this. So firstly, we need to pick a song. Okay, let's say we want this song. Okay, now I'm not going to grab the entire song because it'll take too much processing time for the video. But let's take the first little section up front. How do we zoom in on this bad boy? Zoom in. And we can hit play or space bar. So let's say, I think we can even, let me see, is there a D crackle? And I think what we can do is output the crackle only. So we can take the vinyl hiss from the record, I believe. Let's test this theory first before I just say. Let's take the strength up. Little clicky in there, but you get that vinyl noise. So you could even sample the vinyl noise from a record. This is how insane this plugin is, or this software is. Just showing you ways you could do it. And then what you would do is you hit render, and it should leave only the vinyl. Let's see how long this will take. Yeah, let's do this. It should leave only the output if I did that right. So you can literally sample the vinyl crackle from a record. Now this one has that kick there, so it's some of the pointy parts of the kick get in there, but if you found a softer section with like a synth, you could grab that. So it just shows you the levels of craziness that goes down in here. So let's listen again, and let's say you want to take out just the drums. So we're going to go to what's called music rebalance. I don't even think you need the highest level of RX to do this. So you just want to figure out which version gives you music rebalance. We're going to pull up the percussion to 0 dB, pull down everything else, and it should leave only the drums. All right, so it doesn't want to preview unless it's glitching on me. Yeah, it's glitching on me. Okay, that's what it was. Let's just render because it's doing a lot of work. And depending on how long this takes, it shouldn't take that long since we didn't pick a large portion of the song. So this could take a while because it's re-recording the song from what I understand. Running it through its algorithm so it could take out I really don't know how this stuff works. It's almost insane how it knows what's a vocal and what's a drum. I don't know, but it uses AI technology. I'm sure it looks at harmonic content, stereo imaging, as well as like the transients of something, like how rapid something happens, how pointy it is. So it has all these different parameters, runs it through its technology, and then we get left, and then we're left with, if this thing wants to do it, now we're just left with the drums. Isn't this insane? And the craziest part is that the whole point of like going to a record label to go for their masters and multi-tracks was the reason people had to kind of go to a record label. Now you can just go in, take out the drums almost as if you have the original drum track. Now, is it 100%? Not necessarily, but is it very close? Yes. So let's save this. Let's export the selection and let's just save it as 16-bit wave. Now, what I like to do when I sample stuff, I don't rename it the same thing. I'll put like, whatever the thing is, and at the very end, I'll say drums in capital. So I know that it's the drum track and not the original. So this is master. Let's call it drums.wave. We'll save that. And now we have a drum break that nobody else has because that's not a drum break by itself. So now we can go back into TrackLib. So this is basically going to give life to almost every record that you've ever heard with this technology. So let's grab the drums, drag them in. And all we got to do from this point is just find a section to loop. Okay, so I just gotta time out the drums here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So yeah, guys, I hope you understand. Now you have drums that literally aren't even available anywhere just because of RX8. You could do so much with this. I mean, you could resample stuff, chop it up just as one shots. You could do a lot of stuff from this point on. It's up to you how you want to take it and run with it. But let's make this unique as a sample. And let's stretch this out. So let's put this on stretch mode. Now again, we're at 140 BPM, so we got to be cognizant of that. So let's pull this out. Now let's actually drop it to a tempo that we would. Okay, so I know I'm doing all this, but I'm just trying to show you what it would sound like. So I'm putting these on stretch mode, so when we change the BPM, it doesn't do anything weird with the vocal chops. Very important. Okay, so let's pull it down to like. Now this becomes different because we had it at a higher BPM. So in this case, I would probably shorten it out. And then pitch this down. Okay, and then you would get the tuning right. Let's pitch this down, maybe. There we go. It's crazy. Now you can add your own bass line. Okay, so hopefully you see the power of this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a little loop there. So I want to thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you the power of RX because there's a lot you could do in there. You could do even more. Like, I mean, I just touched the surface. So that was, taking out the drums. You could take out the acapella with music rebalance. What you would do in that case is you just, instead of percussion, you pull up vocal, pull down everything else. You could take out the bass line, just leave that. And if you just wanted the music, what you would do is you turn all these down, the vocal, the bass, and the percussion, and you leave what's called other, and that will keep the musicality of the record. What else do we have in here that's pretty cool that we could look at? I believe we can. That's to restore wow and flutter effects, which is pitch wobble. So that's something else. That's for other stuff. What else do we have in here that would be cool? I think that's probably it for this type of record. I told you how to do the vinyl crackle. You could sample that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The other stuff is very nuanced and barely makes that much of a difference. But there's a lot of stuff you could do, like harmonic pitch isolation, which is more so for correcting than it is sampling. But that's a different thing. Okay, so anyway, thank you. Try out the RX stuff if you like it. There's more videos going in depth about all the nuanced features and stuff. But I wanted to show you the stuff that's easy to do, straightforward, without being a rocket science sound designer. So thank you for watching. It's Game from BusyWorksBeats.com.